Modern Times. Did you see Facebook blame their algorithm for being racist? Now, this is to be my go-to excuse for missteps in my marriage. Sorry, babe, it wasn't me. It was the algorithm. The best thing about this, I mean, this is a story about the Facebook. I mean, this is, it's, I was trying to sort of think of like what the metaphor for this would be, but oh, where is that? I mislabeled the story. Facebook apparently, and ProPublica did a story on this here. It turns out that Facebook, its algorithm,
that its engineers made,
and decided, like, we don't need to put any controls on this algorithm, right? I mean, there are algorithms in everything. We have algorithms that will determine how much our YouTube videos will be monetized. And when Google decides that we don't want to be associated with anything controversial, they'll turn on a switch, and supposedly they don't have the ability to do it surgically. They supposedly only have the ability to do it sort of a little bit ham-fisted. But surely Facebook had the ability, they certainly have, to basically, shut down things like, hey, advertise to people who are Jew haters. And apparently, according to this ProPublica story, they just neglected to do it for whatever reason. Now, maybe it just never occurred to them. Maybe Facebook was completely unaware that there were white supremacists who would organize and that they were selling ads to this. Maybe they were completely unaware of it. Or maybe they realized the more revenue we have, the more valuable our initial public offering will be, and the wealthier we'll all get. And who will know? It's not like there's going to be anybody out there noodling around. And if our algorithm is correct, I mean, and this is the other part. We have to believe they had no awareness of this. They had no processes, and it never occurred to them to never have processes that would prevent this. And presumably, right, like, I mean, do they have processes for people looking for child pornography? I imagine they do at this point, but they didn't start that way. I mean, Barry Crimmins, who we've had on this program, and a longtime comedian from Boston, he led the fight against the early internets. Some of these sort of like at the time, I can't remember what it was, but solicitations for child pornography and pedophilia and whatnot. I mean, so surely Facebook must have at one point said, hey, we have this big apparatus that lets people connect to each other. Should we be concerned about parameters at all? Like, where are we going to draw the lines? Well, pedophilia, that seems to be in the news. We should probably make sure that you can't sell child pornography, let's say. We don't want advertisers going like, how can I reach everybody who's interested in child pornography? We should probably make sure our algorithm has certain parameters that don't allow that. What about Jew haters? What about white supremacists? It's a lot of folks, and we don't want to foreclose, It's one thing, pedophilia, it's a small market share. We don't need to go after that one. But if we start closing off like white supremacy and stuff like that, that might be a problem. Now, of course, they have the ability to eliminate it because they did after ProPublica did the story.
There were only like 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, there was
Official
only 2,000 official Jew haters, but deep pockets. And if you can get that one-to-one yield on the Jew hating, you might want to do that. I mean, the best thing about this, in my estimation, is that it makes it that much harder for Mark Zuckerberg to run for office. Because the idea that you wouldn't occur to you, or that you don't have wouldn't occur to you to put restrictions on this type of stuff, or that it's impossible to do so, are both completely fanciful. I mean, it's absurd. It is absurd. They just want the bucks. Oh, Kelly's come in and she's breaking everything now. Wow, we really forgot how this all works, didn't we, Kelly?
It's not set up. It's just not set up for my guests.
What is going on? What you came back for the commissary. That's the thing. People poo-poo that whole
Came
idea.
back for the Wi-Fi.
of the food.
So, well, I just wanted to comment that we have these exact parameters set up for our Facebook and I think for our chat. You know, you just enter in words that won't appear.
Is that
in,
right?
Like our YouTube comments. Yeah, and
Are we seriously
and
inhibiting our Jew-hating audience? I mean, we're leaving money on the table.
well, slurs. Yeah, it comes up
Seriously?
pretty early. Yeah.
Maybe we should have
There's-
talked about that. I had no idea because I would
Are you
certainly-
kidding me? Well,
So I
like
give them
those
some leash.
I would take those restrictions way off because I feel like we're leaving money on the table, and I don't want to. It's not beanbag
actual
around
turn.
here.
The actual target words, Jew hater. I don't think that's on there, but like, of course, like the N word.
They checked it out this
be
morning,
having
and you could reach, and I don't know if this is still the case, but you could reach as of this morning 100,000 people interested in eugenics.
Oh, that's good. And you know, the thing is that you can reach 100,000 people who are they're interested in eugenics, and then you have, as a marketer, your own algorithm that says, oh, for every 10 people who are interested in eugenics, 6 of them are going to be total Jew haters.
Oh, Facebook provides secondary tags
Oh,
like
is
that
that right?
too.
You
It
can
might
do
be you might be into the Second Amendment. You
Right.
might be into this and that.
That's right. That's apparently the way that they found the Jew haters. They started with Second Amendment, and they just followed down that trail. So good for Facebook. Look, you know, I think like between this and the Russian stuff, which I haven't, frankly, you know, dug too deeply into, regulating this. I mean, look, here's the argument. If you're Facebook, as to like, you know, some people say, well, why should they be obligated by government, let's say, to curb this? And I don't think they should. I think Facebook, I think we have a First Amendment. I think if Facebook wants to open its doors to Jew haters, they have a right to do that. Or any haters, they have a right to do that. But the idea that, you know, if you're the Marriott, for instance, hotel chain, I don't think you're going to be opening up your conference rooms to KKK rallies. I just don't think you're going to do that. And so I think, you know, Facebook clearly has done that. And they just thought like, well, the difference is that if we were a Marriott hotel and we opened up our conference room KKK rallies, people would see all these people walking in with the white sheets, and it would be a little bit embarrassing for us. Facebook just thought, like, who's going to know?
KKK rallies are, I mean, the KKK is totally redundant now because people just feel free to have white
They
supremacist
are literally
rallies with no
redundant.
outfits.
KKK.
No, you
but
don't
my-
need the outfits anymore. Everyone's just like, feel free to be me.
The point is, you come in with
I'm a
torches.
Jew hater.
It's going to be obvious. It's going to be obvious. So
Right,
that
yeah.
is the thing. Facebook obviously did it because they thought they could get away with it. All right, let's.
It'd be nice to have a business where just money comes in and you don't have to worry about where it's coming from.
Indeed. I don't know what that means, but.
Doesn't Romney own the Marriotts and they were showing porn?
Yeah, Romney, Bain was heavily invested in it, and apparently, like, you know, yeah, there's some serious money coming in. Nobody knows. Woo, they go in and they order that pay-per-view. A lot of porno coming through there. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos